Hello and welcome to ARIRANG News Break, live from Seoul. I'm Han Da-eun. Leading us off today is high-profile defection from North Korea. A diplomat at the North Korean embassy in London has reportedly fled to a third country with his family. The official had been responsible for promoting North Korea's image in the UK. If confirmed, the defection would be another major embarrassment for Pyongyang. Connie Kim reports.
Tae Yong-ho has been identified as a North Korean diplomat seeking asylum in a third country. The BBC reported Tuesday that Tae disappeared from his home in West London a few weeks ago. The North Korean diplomat, who had lived in the UK for 10 years with his family, was in charge of promoting North Korea's image to the British people. He's known to have argued in a speech that the British had been brainwashed and they would have second thoughts about North Korea if they knew there was a country of free education, housing, and medical care. His comments are known to have caused the audience to break out laughing. Citing a North Korea expert, the BBC reports the official's defection, if confirmed, would be highly embarrassing for Pyongyang. Seoul's Unification Ministry says it cannot confirm the diplomat's defection. Defections by North Koreans living abroad have come under the spotlight with the mass defection in April of North Korean restaurant workers in China. South Korea's National Intelligence Service said Tuesday that it has released 12 female defectors after a months-long probe. Investigations are still ongoing into the remaining male North Korean manager. Seoul's Unification Ministry has confirmed the information but did not elaborate on their identities or whereabouts due to safety concerns. Connie Kim, ARIRANG News.
Residents in Korea's southern county of Seongju are continuing to express concerns over health and safety since the decision to station a U.S. missile defense system in their area. To better inform and provide reassurance, Korea's defense minister is set to hold meetings with the local community this afternoon. Kim Hyun-bin has more.
South Korean Defense Minister Han Min-gu is scheduled to visit Seongju County, the designated location for the THAAD missile defense system, on Wednesday. Seongju residents are deeply opposed to the government's decision to station the THAAD battery in their county, as they believe there are potential health risks from the system's powerful X-band radar.
Minister Han will visit Seongju on August 17th at 2 p.m. to hold talks with local residents. The purpose is to listen to the residents' point of view, and if possible, the minister will give a briefing on why Seongju is the most suitable location for THAAD.
This will be Han's second visit to Seongju, some 300 kilometers southeast of Seoul, after Seoul and Washington announced the deployment in July. That month, the defense minister visited Seongju with Prime Minister Hwang Kyo-ahn, but they were met by local protesters who were unwilling to hold talks. China has also condemned the deployment, claiming the THAAD radar could seriously harm its national security interests. South Korea and the U.S. have repeatedly said the THAAD deployment is purely defensive in nature, and the system will only be used to counter North Korea's growing missile threats. Kim Hyun-bin, ARIRANG News.
The number of people working within Korea's 10 biggest business groups dropped by around 4,700 in the first 6 months of this year. According to conglomerate tracker Chaebol.com, the total number of workers came to over 641,000 as of the end of June, down 0.7% from the turn of the year. By industry, layoffs were most pronounced in the shipbuilding sector, which has been at the center of the government's corporate restructuring drive, with over 3,200 workers losing their jobs at Korea's top 3 shipbuilders. By group, Samsung Group saw a 3.2% decline in its workforce due to layoffs in its shipbuilding arm and due to the sell-off of its chemical division. Hyundai Motor Group and SK Group both saw their workforce rise 1% over the same period. In U.S. state of Louisiana, unprecedented flooding has killed at least 11 people and damaged some 40,000 homes. Search and rescue work is continuing in earnest after a storm that broke records for 24-hour rainfall in multiple locations. President Obama had declared a federal emergency in the state on Sunday. Governor John Bell Edwards told reporters in Baton Rouge that more than 8,000 people slept in emergency shelters shelters on Monday night as their homes had been inundated. Curfews are in place in locations with widespread damage. Authorities say rain-swollen rivers are receding but warned of lingering dangers, adding that water levels in some communities in southern Louisiana may crest later in the week. Now to 2016 Olympics in Rio. It was another day of big competition, but results were somewhat disappointing for Team Korea. The women's volleyball team crashed out, and a strong medal contender in wrestling narrowly missed out on a podium finish. For more on those results and the rest of the highlights from day 11, Yoon-shin reports.
Monday's disappointments continued for Team Korea as the nation had another medalist day on Tuesday. The women's volleyball team got swept aside quite easily by the Netherlands, 3-1 in the round of 16. The Dutch team quickly took a 2-0 lead, but Team Korea's star player Kim Yeon-kyung stepped up her game in the third set, bringing the match back to 2-1. But a comeback never looked to be on the cards as the Netherlands cantered home in the fourth set, as the Korean players struggled to block the rapid-fire attacks. In the 66-kilo category of men's Greco-Roman wrestling, Ryu An-soo lost to his opponent from Azerbaijan 4-0 in the bronze medal match. Despite owning the quarterfinals earlier in the day against an Egyptian wrestler, Ryu, the 2013 world champion, finished his journey in Rio without a medal. But with all the recent defeats, Korea still hopes to collect a few more medals. With 4 of the top 10 female golfers in the world, expectations are high Team Korea will perform well when the women tee off on Wednesday morning local time. In the rest of the action on day 11, America's Golden Girl Simone Biles became the first female gymnast since 1968 to win 4 gold medals at a single Olympics. She secured her latest gold in the floor event, scoring almost half a point more than her teammate Alexandra Reisman, who got the silver. Biles, still just 19 years old, proved her dominance despite some doubts from Monday's slip that saw her place third in the beam. Another widely expected win came when Usain Bolt cruised through the heats in the 200 meters. The Jamaican sprint legend made it look like a walk in the park, strolling home in a time of 20.28 seconds to go into the semis with the fastest time. There are just 4 days left until the closing ceremony on Sunday. But considering a few events haven't even started yet, there are bound to be a few more shocks and surprises to come. Yoon-shin, ARIRANG News.
And that's all from me. Keep it tuned to ARIRANG for more top domestic and global news updates throughout the day. Thank you for watching.